Hi guys, this is Noteworthy, episode number 4 by Extravaganza, your weekly dose of great Indian music reviews, EPs and album reviews, as well as news and events and controversies that have been surrounding the Indian music industry. I'll be covering everything I can within the next few minutes. Please do like my videos. I do ask a lot of questions in between, so I would like to know your views on them. So kindly put it in the comment box. Subscribe to my channel and do share it to anyone you can if you think that person might be interested in knowing about Indian music. And as always, my Instagram handle, which is Extravaganza, is put on the description box. My website, which features all the best of Indian music every week, is also put on the description box. Let's begin. What was fantastic? What was I excited about this week? Coke Studio Bharat. I think we've seen Coke Studio India come and go. There were some few seasons which were excellent, gave all of Indian music lovers some excellent music during those years. Coke Studio Pakistan is something that's been going on for 14 seasons. I still look up to some amazing music from there. But we always keep wondering why it stopped in India. But Coke Studio Bharat, they are on a mission to produce and compose and highlight some amazing Indian music across languages. Let's say, I think if I'm not wrong, it's about some 56 different composers they want to bring in and showcase. I'll have to check the number again, but it got me excited. And there was the very first number that got released, UDJA by OAFF and SAVERA. I'm sure you know these two people. They worked together. They worked together on an album which was a super hit last year called Gehraiyan. The movie that came, I think, on Prime with Deepika Padukone. Burra and Jasleen Royal. These are the other two musicians. So 4 musicians have gotten together and created this bit of music. Not a bad start. I wouldn't call it bad. I will give it a 6 on 10. It's a good song. You'll probably be hooked onto it a couple of times. But what I find lacking is that it feels like it's 1 minute music, just extended to around 2.5 minutes. So if you play the first 1 minute, the content that the composers are willing to give you is already over. There's nothing fresh coming up after the 1 minute. So I found that a little bit disappointing, but I hope there is much more in store. I have been a fan of OAFF and Savera music. Both are some excellent producers. So let's hope there is some good music coming our way. Coke Studio Tamil. Now this is happening for the very first time. It really got me excited. And the very first song, composed by Sean Roldan. In fact, it's produced by Sean Roldan. Let me correct it. The song is written. The idea probably originated, as well as the tune was composed, is what is mentioned in YouTube. It was all done by Arivu. And the song's production, arrangements and everything probably is done by Sean Roldan. Right? So Khatija Rahman, who is Rahman's daughter, has sung this song. I feel this is a very hummable number, especially the ones where Khatija comes and sings. It's very hummable. It's very likable. I like the way it started. I think I'll give it a 7 on 10. That's not a bad number at all. But why Enjoy Enjaami? Because there are a lot of similarities with Enjoy Enjaami. I mean, I straight away connected with Enjoy Enjaami because of the way the song begins and the sounds that are made. Kokoroko is something that's being said in this song called Sagavasi. The song's name is Sagavasi. I forgot to tell the song's name. It's called Sagavasi, Coke Studio Tamil's first song. Sagavasi means, you're all equals, like my equal, Sagavasi. And if you see the concept of Enjoy Enjaami, it is also similar. It's about bringing everyone together, animals, the land, the trees, nature, everything together. And Yakko Yakko Kokoroko is being said in Sagavasi. And we know that cuckoo is the famous noise that keeps coming in Enjoy Enjaami. But if I just compare the two songs, Enjoy Enjaami is a far better production. You know that there are so many elements to the song, so many segments to the song. There's a bridge section, there is a humming that's completely different from the rest of the song, other than the rap segments by Arivu. And yeah, so I liked that song better, but this is not a bad attempt as well. So please go listen to Sagavasi. EPs and albums that you should definitely listen to or skip. Let's hear them out. LAGAN, Abhijit Vaghani is the composer and producer, and it features Ash King and mainly a very good singer in DHVANI Balushali. Okay, so they have worked together before. DHVANI and Abhijit have worked together, and I've featured them many times, at least 3 or 4 times, and they do come up with great compositions and productions, and the singing definitely is good. This one, I say stream it. Okay, this has got at least 3 very good songs: Preet, Masumiyat, and Shagun. These are 3 songs. I'm going to feature Preet in one of my weekly charts, All India charts, but go listen to it. Next comes Marigold Project. Okay, the Marigold Project. The composers are Akshay and IP. I've listened to their songs before. I've featured them. I like their work. But this, I'll say skip it. It's just got one very good song. It's called JAYARAM. It's Punjabi. It's again got a very folkish Punjabi tune to it. But the other songs didn't impress me that much. They were like probably run of the mill that you've heard in Punjabi folk many times. But JAYARAM is something that I'm going to feature. So overall, I'll say skip it. Next, Bombay the artist is a famous producer and singer and composer, and I've featured her before. She calls herself Bombay the artist, and her EP is called Bombay. And this one, I say stream it because it's got a lovely soundscape. You might wonder whether the songs are actually very different from each other. Probably not. The soundscape is very similar, folkish Punjabi pop, excellent keys, excellent guitars, very good singing. But there are 2 excellent songs and maybe 3. I'm going to feature Joom very soon and Khamoshi as well. So I'll say stream it. Now, there was another one, Class. The Class, I think, is a web series inspired from a foreign web series. It's out on Netflix. It's got composers Aditya N and Nayanthara Bhatkal. Okay, I was impressed. So it's got some 14-15 songs, some of them very short, some of them long. I'll say stream it because it's definitely good. It's got some very unique sounds. It's got some ambient music. It's got some lo-fi electronic music. Some of it I couldn't relate to because I'm not from this generation, but still I do make an attempt. I listen to more genres than most people do. Having said that, I really think a few songs really stood out. Jungle, it's got Ishita Chakravarti singing. She's a brilliant singer. Patang is a song I really loved. Undercover and Class, the title track of Class. These were excellent, and these were the last 2 I mentioned were more like BGM, background scores and songs. I'll still give them a very high rating. Please go listen. Congratulations to Aditya N and Nayanthara Bhatkal. I'm reviewing them. I'm even talking about them for the very first time. Pretty impressive. Okay, so I have recommended 3 and I've rejected just 1. There's 1 more to reject right now. It's called FURSAT. It's probably doing a lot of rounds as you see in billboards and everywhere. It's being shot on an iPhone. It's directed by Vishal Bharadwaj, so that is pretty exciting. It looks like a futuristic movie. The music, however, is a letdown. It's got Vishal Bharadwaj as the music composer. I am happy that Kiran and Nivi, the 2 youngsters from San Diego, are getting even more opportunities and thanks to Vishal Bharadwaj. They've done better here. I like the song. Kal Kahin is decent and they've sung it very well, the twin sisters. But overall, I'll say skip it because I don't like the overall theme of music. And something that probably we should focus on a little bit is the demise of Vani Jayaram. She was a brilliant singer. She's done a lot of bhajan songs, a lot of songs in Tamil. I have not heard her sing much outside of Tamil because I couldn't, get that kind of exposure at that point in time. But some amazing facts which I read in the articles that came after her death were that she has sung in 10,000 songs. Did you know that she has sung more than 10,000 film songs? That is massive. I just thought, I tried to think of the songs I know. I came up with 5 and she sung in 10,000 songs. She sung in more than 20 languages, including languages like Bhojpuri and Haryanvi. Where would you have thought that she was offered this opportunity and she actually sang in these languages? Some of the songs that I asked my friends and family what they loved were Meghame Meghame, Malligai and Mannan, Kavide Kelungal. I mean, like but Bolere Papi was a favorite amongst all. Set in Malhar, I think. The Rag. It's a very famous song. Everybody knows it. There goes VANI JAYARAM. We feel sad for her. We hope her soul rests in peace. And it is a great loss to the world of music. But probably we can all listen to her old greats and feel happy about that. Couple of interesting interviews that I read in the papers last week was Prateek KUHAD. If you don't know who Prateek KUHAD is, you probably were living under a rock. That is, as long as you're not following music. And Prateek KUHAD became famous after his song called Cold Mess. It was recommended by Barack Obama as one song that he would always listen to, and his picks, I think it was in the year 2019. But what I really loved about the Prateek KUHAD interview is that he says that I am a good singer, but I am not a great singer technically. I am better at songwriting, but I can't match up to the talents of a playback singer, because they are told to sing 10 notes in certain order and they're able to come up and reproduce it the way a composer wants, music director wants. That's not easy. That's very tough, and I can't do it. I love that humility for a guy who's so famous to come out and tell and accept some of his weaknesses out in the open is not easy. So, his stock price just went up like that for me. So that's about Prateek KUHAD. I think it came on the Hindustan Times. You can go check out. I'm pasting a snapshot of that on my YouTube channel. Next comes KAUSAR Munir. Okay, she is a Hindi lyricist and a writer, and she talks about, if you don't know what songs she's written a lot of songs for recent albums like Kala, Gehraiya and Fadu, and I have only recently listened to her numbers. So her interview was about how women folk are still very, very low in number, a minority in the music field, and she feels that has to go up, and I totally agree. You should read that, and probably you will agree that composers, lyricists, at least lyricists you find a lot these days, but composers are really very, very few. I mean, that's why I want to write a special article on the best Indian female composers today, and who we can look up to, and who are probably on track to create a massive wave. One of them I've already told about, that I have huge respect for, is Shalmali Kolgade. But what got me thinking was about this movie called Ayali on Z5. It's a Tamil movie, and it's got this composer called Reva. Okay, now she is a female composer. I've already featured her, a few months ago, maybe a year ago, in a Tamil album called Mugil. I really think she's quite talented. Go check out her album Ayali. It's got BGM tracks. It's got a few songs. I'm excited because there is Pavitra Chari from Shadow and Light singing a couple of songs for Reva. So Reva is someone I'm rooting for as well. I will be covering more on this particular album in my next video. So far, if you liked it, press the like symbol, comment on it on questions that I've asked. Do you agree that women folk are really, really small in the music industry, and they need to be given an equal opportunity, and they need to be pushed, and more people need to come out and compose music or write or play instruments, so that their talent is shown. And finally, if you like the video, also share it with somebody else. Okay, I will see you in my next episode. Until then, bye bye.